Om Shri Ganeshaya Namo Nama. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe, wherever you are. It's a green morning, green afternoon, green evening, depending on the time zone where you are. First of all, let me apologize from all of you for 28 minutes delay today. It's all due to technical reasons because I'm traveling at this point of time. Somewhere you get the internet connection, somewhere you get the bandwidth, and certain places you have a difficulty. But however, we'll try and improve whatever best we can do. Tomorrow, I'll move to some other place where from I can log in very well because tomorrow I'll be getting a lot of distinguished guests. Now, ladies and gentlemen, nowadays we were focusing on hospitality industry. We discussed almost all areas of the hospitality. Yesterday, we discussed in detail about the banquets. And before that, we have been talking about front office, food and beverages. We have been talking about housekeeping, administration part, maintenance part, how to make optimum use of the resources which are available in the hospital or in the hospitality industry. We have been talking about that. Now, moving in that particular direction, let's move ahead and let's take the vision forward. And over here, we wish to discuss with you today. Do you remember, do you recall that when we were doing travel and tourism programs before hospitality with you, we had a couple of deliberations and discussions together where all of us, we moved on and we realized who is most important in travel and tourism, which segment of travel and tourism is most important, and how to take the entire industry forward. Well, let me take on the areas different. You've got the policy framework, which comes from the government in the respective countries, like you have got in India, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Then you have got aligned ministries also, those cooperate, those collaborate, and they give you a couple of inputs from their side as well. Then besides this, from the policy, let's move to planning. And you do lots of planning. And you do planning for domestic tourism, international tourism, inbound tourism, outbound tourism, excursion tourism, and a couple of other things we take into consideration. Now, from that particular arena, that means policy, planning, then you come to marketing. You apply various strategies, domestic marketing, overseas marketing, special innovative strategies to promote your product and services, whatever you want to offer in your country. You try and give all of that the best possible way. But at the same time, you've got to understand that post-pandemic, how the things are changing. Old traditional marketing strategies will not do. And sometimes when you say, the old wine in the new bottle, right from 1985, 86 onwards, we have been talking about policies, planning, marketing, overseas marketing, printing of brochures, literature, newsletters, a couple of things which have been going on. With the change of time, with the passage, now the digital marketing, we all talk about that as well. Move one step ahead. You have done the policy, you have done the planning, you have done the marketing, and then of course, thereafter, you have got your promotion activities, you have got journalists coming, visiting your country, seeing your country, going to the product and services, enjoying them, appreciating them, carrying out the articles on that, and writing a lot on that, whatever they can. At the same time, when you talk about all that, you have to take into consideration whether your product and your services, are they moving with the time or they're not moving with the time? That is also to be considered, and it has to be taken into consideration. At the backdrop right over here, you are seeing Digital Inspirational Lab. That means DIL, Digital Inspirational Lab. When we say Digital Inspirational Lab, just before pandemic, we had the finishing school. And that time the demand was that right on the ground, you should have brick and mortar and you should have an institution which is visible, which is viable, which is on the ground, children coming to the classroom. Now everything changing. Everything has gone digital. If everything has gone digital, then how do we have to proceed? How do we have to move? What exactly we have to package? How do we have to package? And what exactly has to be done? Because ultimately, the entire education, when you take into consideration, for whom are you designing, whether in school or colleges or universities, or for that matter, ITIs or polytechnics or skill centers, wherever you are packaging, for whom are you packaging? For youth, because ultimately it's youth who matters. Now, the other day, I was talking to somebody in Chennai, and we had wonderful panel discussion. We had a Zoom session, and about 30 kids had come. And thereafter, I talked to the principal. I said, do you have tourism as a subject in your school? And she said, no, Dr. Sharma, children do not prefer. They want to get into science, they want to go in STEM, they are more interested about mathematics, physics, chemistry, bio, and other subjects which give them altogether leverage. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we really want to package tourism, of course, the concept of Dekho Apna Desh was wonderful. It was so amazing. I personally feel, and our chamber strongly feels, that it should continue further. Why to stop it in between? It should go on. It should not be stopped. When we take that into consideration, over here, it's very important for all of us, ladies and gentlemen, to understand what exactly is the demand in the market and what are your services and what are your products. Because it's a combination of products and services. When I stay in a hotel, it's a product. When I eat food, it's a product. But when a tourist guide, the term which I'm using is tourist guide. The tourist guide is the most important person in travel and tourism industry. Look at it, when you talk about it, over there it's very important. You have to understand how are you leveraging the source and resources of your tourist guides. Because ultimately, who is the person who spends maximum time with the visiting tourist in your country? You've got to understand that. If that is the case, let me just share two slides with you today, only two slides. I don't want to take too much of time because 8:30 generally we finish. But today we started very late, so I'm taking a little extra time. I'll take another 3 to 4 minutes and then we wind up. Now, tourist guides. When we talk about tourist guides, having spent about 4 decades with travel and tourism, including my research period, my PhD, my deputation with the Ministry of Tourism and all, ultimately, finally, I come to this conclusion, having met number of people and having gone through various documents, whatsoever is available, and whatever strategies we understand to promote tourism. You make wonderful policies, you have a wonderful planning, you have got excellent marketing, you've got excellent PR, you've got packaging, everything is wonderful. Ultimately, the tourist is going to spend maximum time with your tourist guides. They are the backbone of tourism. Whether your country will get the repeat tourism or not, whether people will come back to your country once again or not, this all would depend what kind of an impression tourist guide left on the people, those who were visiting India, who visited India. They carried some footprints from here, and thereafter, whatever they carried, the imprints and impression, that's going to make or mar your future tourism. Today, I wanted to show you a lot of things, but because of the bandwidth, I'm not covering up. Tomorrow, I'll be at a different place where from I'll join with you and we'll try and work out the best possible way. And there, I would like to show you a couple of things. And we will have lots of guests tomorrow. 25 people would be joining us tomorrow is going to be a wonderful program. You will have different languages guides. You will have different subjects guides. You will have their experiences being shared tomorrow. And I'm really, really grateful to the Incredible India Tourist Guide Association, which is in Delhi, and particularly its president, Mr. Pandey. They have done such a wonderful job. And when we talk about tourism, tourist guides, those are on ground for years together. Tomorrow they will be joining us. They will be with us and they will talk to us what exactly is available. So today is the curtain raiser, but tomorrow is the actual program. Do join us tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. and enjoy wonderful panel discussion and deliberations, which will come to you tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. With these words, once again, my sincere apologies for being late today, but you had been very kind. Still, you joined. So stay fit, stay fine, take care of your health, take care of your wellness,